Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another insightful, beautiful, delicious episode
Delicious episode.
of the Brethren Club podcast. My name is Brother Gene, and I'm joined by
Brother Noah,
Brother Noah. Yes, sir. We're
back
back at it.
again.
We're consistent every week, bro. We've been doing this for like what, a whole month almost.
I think a month now, yeah. This will be
Yeah.
the fourth.
Consistency is a key to success, and here we are. And for today, you've seen the title. I mean, I don't have to tell you, but I kind of do. I like doing this. We're talking about improving and leveling up on your body care hygienes, how to take care of your body, how to wash yourself, or if you don't even do that already, which is kind of concerning. Just some practical tips that are gonna elevate your body skincare game. So
Hygiene tips.
hygiene tips,
We're gonna
very
do it in
practical.
different areas,
Yep.
starting with body.
Yep. Starting with exactly. That's the thing that I need to point out. This is gonna be a series. It's not gonna be consecutive,
A mini series.
We'll probably
Split
split it up here and there, but we're gonna start with your body, then we're gonna move up to your face, then your hair. We're gonna do oral hygiene at some point, and then we're gonna
Yep.
do all the extras.
Extras, accessories,
Accessories, your nails, your toes, your ears,
nose.
yada yada yada. But anyways, without further ado, we're gonna pray as we always do, and we're gonna get started into it. And so, Brother Noah, if you could send us into prayer.
Yeah, for sure. Dear God, I pray that your will be done and you show us the way. Help us all have a good relaxing time during the podcast and give insightful information and learn from one another, and also help the brethrens out there learn as well,
Amen.
and hopefully have it go well. Amen.
Amen. A few caveats that I wanted to add before we even started that I
Yeah.
just remembered. A few of our listeners out there reached out to me. They know who they are. And they gave me feedback on the last episode that we had, the Adam and Eve one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
these were good feedback as well. The first feedback was we kind of misquoted when we said that in many versions of the Bible that it says Eve. Then in some versions we said Eve gave it to her man, and then we said other versions say Eve went up to her man somewhere else, assuming that Adam was not there with her.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, it turns out every version is consistent that Adam was with Eve at
Oh,
the
okay.
time. So
Yeah.
I did go back, and thank you for the feedback. I did go back and look at several versions of the Bible, and it does say, and then she gave it on to her man,
Right.
who was with her. It says specifically who was with her.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so it kind of answers the question of where was Adam this whole time? Well, he was right next to her, right? And
Yeah.
that is an interesting twist to the whole story and conversation, which I hope someday we get back to at some point, because it was such a good conversation that Adam was with Eve right then and there.
Definitely will revisit at some point.
Definitely revisit. It was really good. And then also another point that I also wanted to bring up that we didn't talk at the podcast, but we did talk at the dinner table with the fam, because I had dinner with the Noah family,
Yeah.
which was interesting because I was talking to you about this. Was now that we know that Adam and Eve were both under the tree, right? What were they doing there? I talked a lot about this off camera. We don't even have a camera. Off podcast. That like if Eve and Adam both knew like the tree, which was distinguishable right there, the tree at the center of the garden you should not touch. What was she doing around the tree? What is she catching shade or something? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
There's thousands of other trees in the garden. Presumably, that's what I'm thinking. What reason would she be around there? And then you brought up a point of like temptation, right? Like people fall into temptation when we're talking at dinner, but it's usually not just like, oh, I just sin, tough, womp womp, right? It's like there are things that lead to that temptation.
Oh, yeah.
And so for Eve, she was just chilling around the temptation this whole time, and Adam was there too. Correction to everything that we said previously, right? Adam was there too. And they were just chilling around the tree for what? God knows what reason. And then they fell into temptation. Like, that's not to be surprised, right? Like, if you play with fire, you're going to get burnt.
Yep.
I'm sorry. But, yeah. It's definitely such a dope topic. We're definitely going to get back to it at some point. It was in-depth, so great. And the fan even suggested that we should have a girl jump on the pod and talk about that from like to hear about a girl's perspective on the
Yeah, we definitely should.
Adam and Eve story. And we definitely should. It's gonna make it much more interesting because we're just both dudes here. And
Yeah,
like,
and I want to ask questions about that because
yeah,
it is very interesting.
it is very interesting. But yeah, that was just pointed out because we did misquote the Bible, and I want to make sure that every time we hop in the podcast, we don't misinterpret, misquote, display what the Bible says. The Bible is
Yep, for
consistent
sure.
that Adam was with Eve when she fell into temptation. Anyways, let's get into the story of today. So, fellas, brethrens, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, we have 5 things. Should we say things? Habits? What would you say?
I don't know. I don't know if it's habits. It's I mean
Items.
items that you part of your lifestyle.
Part of your lifestyle,
Yeah.
right? Part of leveling up. There's a lot of aspects. There's financial. There's fitness. You know, you always hear about you need to get shredded. True. You need to get your money up. Also true. But you
Yeah.
also need to get your hygiene, your skincare, right? How you
Overall
look.
body cleanliness and health. And
Exactly.
just smelling like how you normally should smell.
Exactly. Because the body that you display out in the world is the body that other people look at, right? And
Yep.
so how you present yourself is very important. You can be the smartest, wisest guy in the world, but if you stink, you know, your clothing is not on point, you look undone, you haven't showered in 2 weeks. Because I've heard some guys, yo, no cap, I'm not even joking right now. I've heard a fella tell me that he showers once a week to save water, and I'm like, is this like a poverty thing? Like, is not like actually legit? Like, is this because you can't afford water? It's like, no, I just shower once a week. I've heard that before, which is concerning.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Super concerning. So we want to introduce, some items like Brother Noah said that every fella should have in their body care routine.
Yep.
All right. So the first one I'm going to introduce, this is not really a habit or item, but it's just showering every day. You shower, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. No, I don't shower at all. No.
Have you ever heard of water on your skin?
What is water? No,
What?
But yeah, I mean,
What does your shower split look like?
shower split? I change it up every week.
Monday I do arms. Tuesday. All right, yeah. Honestly.
But yeah, I mean, I usually shower twice a day.
Twice a day. That's what I think most people do too. I've heard some people do once a day.
Once a day is fine. I think it depends on what you're doing that day.
Yeah.
How active you are. Depends like if you like sweat a lot or
Yeah.
like, depending on what you do. Like
Yeah.
you could once a day is fine. But personally, I do too. I think it's more like 1.5 because like
1.5.
because when
Hey,
I have to
what the-
I have to price it 1.5 because.
Wait, do you shower your full body in the morning and then at night you just shower the top half?
No. But no, like in the morning because I get ready for work and I don't want to I don't want to dry out my skin too much. I'll just kind of rinse off to wake up in the morning. And I go through my day, and then after I've worked a full day, then I completely clean at the end of the day.
With soap.
Yeah, and then you're super clean. You go to bed, and you kind of rinse everything off.
Yeah.
But you don't fully clean, and then I do that again.
I do 2 times a day, just
Okay.
like you.
Yeah.
I do morning, I shower cold. And I recommend the brethren to shower cold. I've actually talked about this several times. Shower cold, it's so beneficial.
And
for
it doesn't.
you.
I think it doesn't have to be because I've tinkered with it. It doesn't have to be completely freezing.
No, it
But you
doesn't
want
have
it
to be freezing.
You want it to be pretty cold, where you're to a point where you're semi uncomfortable.
The thing is, research shows that showering cold water in the morning is really good for several health benefits, like your blood flow.
Yeah, blood flow for sure.
Also, like your skin conditions and whatnot.
I think it also helps with like if you have inflammation
Yes.
or irritation of skin
Exactly.
or like you have bags under your eyes. It helps with your overall skin tightness and
I've
health
heard
in general. Yeah.
You know, I can't add the science right now, but this is bro science, and just trust me right now when I say this, bro.
This
Trust
is
me, bro.
collected data from different sources that are just telling you.
That we're just telling you.
I've learned the information. I'm just relaying it to you. So
Exactly.
you can
I'm the
double check.
messenger, or
Yeah.
he's the messenger at this point.
Messenger, exactly.
But yeah, twice a day in the morning, cold wakes you up like that instantly, and then at night, I shower warm because it relaxes your body, preps you to sleep. And honestly, I feel like 2 times a day is like not even a lot to ask because when you sleep, you sweat. A lot of people do sweat. I mean, some people don't. Maybe, maybe not. Who
It depends
knows?
on like that gets in depends on what you're sleeping in, how many covers, if your room's super hot or super
5
cold.
covers.
Yeah.
But the way I've thought about this, right? You sweat when you sleep, and then you go through your whole day, and you also sweat again because you're active, you're moving. Assuming that you're moving, you're active in whatever you're doing, right? You need to shower again. But it's also, again, like you said, it depends your schedule and whatnot. Some people wake up late at night for their
Yeah.
work shifts and stuff like that. So it's very dependable. But I'm saying for like a 9 to 5 person who wakes up in the morning, goes to work, and comes back.
Yep.
Usually, I think I'll recommend it 2 times a day.
Yeah, definitely.
Shower in the morning.
Definitely two.
You wake yourself up with cold water, and then at night, warm water.
I've just basically made a hybrid of it because I found works specifically for me. But
Yeah.
usually, generally, like two times a day is pretty good.
Definitely. Besides showering, which should have been very obvious, brethren, you should shower. Like, if you're showering once a week, may God be with you. Because I don't know what to tell you. The second thing is bar soap. Now,
before we get into that, quickly, I want to ask: does that guy that told you about the shower once a week? I don't want to call him out, but does he date much?
Does he date much?
Well, the reason I'm saying that is because if you shower once a week, I'm guessing you probably smell. So
I would assume so as well.
So I don't know how you're gonna
I
be
would assume
attracting
so as well.
chicks if you kind of smell not on point. You're like, what's that
What's
stank coming from this dude?
Some people just have that odor. It's just shower, and it's so tough just telling people, "Hey, you stink." Like, usually that's not like the nicest thing to do. But if you know someone like that, please help them out. Like, just help him out.
Yep.
Just help him out. To your answer, no, I do not think he's actively in the dating pool. But
interesting.
Prayers up, and one day he will realize his mistake.
But yeah, we were saying about bar soap.
I was saying bar soap. You know more about this, though.
Yeah.
Enlighten us.
So bar soap, well, there's two different types of. Most people either use body wash, like synthetic soap or detergent. That's what it's classified as. If you look into a lot of those, like
synthetic
5-in-1s,
Yeah,
blue or green soap, the goop,
shampoo, conditioner, moisturizer, toothpaste, and body soap, all in one.
Everything. Ceramic coating, no. But yeah, those chemically. I mean, I don't touch those anymore. I haven't really touched them that crazy anyway. But like the amount of chemicals and stuff, I think, goes into stuff I've looked into. That's all not good for your hormones, and
synthetic,
also I'm not putting that nasty stuff down there. You know what I mean? Like that's just not good for your health, and it doesn't necessarily smell as good as a lot of the other stuff out there. Like Dr. Squatch is a big one.
That's the one you use?
That's the one I specifically use.
What scent do you use?
I mix it up.
Pineapple coconut. Which one was the one you said you used? Coconut?
Coconut Castaway. That's what it's called. I mix it up though, but
wait, that's for soap?
That's a bar soap. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they have a lot of these scents.
Coconut Castaways.
But no,
Castaway. Okay. Anyways.
The difference between like normal like bar soap, and then you have all natural bar soap, or mostly natural, and then you have synthetic soap. All natural bar soap is going to be the best and most healthy for you.
Yes, sir.
And from what I found, it kind of actually rehydrates and moisturizes your skin because of that. The ingredients that are in it are good for your skin in general, skin health, getting rid of dead skin and whatnot.
Yep.
But people have complained too about like, oh, Dr. Squatch or the natural soaps because they dissolve too fast if you leave them in the shower and in sitting water. But that's because they don't have the chemicals that don't hold them together, so they'll dissolve because there's no chemicals to keep that. But
and what if someone has that problem though? Like they leave it and it doesn't last, like you're saying. Like there's
it doesn't last, and they're like,
how do you make it last?
I have a pretty cheap too, a little wooden kind of dish rack for your soap. It has like slots in it, so you sit on top of it and the water drains right through.
Gotcha.
Ever since I've used that, the soap lasts way longer.
Oh, okay.
But also, I have got compliments about
your soap,
about the soap just making your natural scent just better because it's just cleaning you, and it doesn't really. I used to think, oh, I can't really smell the scent after a while. I have to take a shower. I can't really smell it because it kind of smells nice, but it doesn't stick on you like
the other
traditional
fake.
fake soaps. Or yeah.
And we have the links on the description.
We
for
do, yeah.
everything that we're gonna say. So
Everything
you're
we're talking about.
where can I find this? It's in the episode description.
We link a lot of the options.
And we're not getting paid to do this. But yeah, Dr. Squash, like you said, we found one that's like 28 for like 3-pack.
25?
24 actually. 24
for a
3-pack, which is like $8 a pop.
Yeah, and anything you do that's kind of like on Amazon usually will have deals and also all that type of stuff.
Yeah, so definitely check those out. And also that dish rack for your soap.
That's actually what, like the wooden ones, like $2.
Those ones are cheap.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap. Yeah.
So you can get that.
No excuse.
Yeah, no excuse. Save your soap, make it last. And honestly, we did talk about like $8 for a soap. Is that expensive?
I think it's a little pricey.
Yeah.
But it's also higher quality. I mean, if you care about like having good hormones and not like putting those chemicals down there.
Yeah.
Personally, ever since I knew about that whole thing, I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Okay.
I just don't want to. You just dries out your skin, and it's just not good for your hormones in general. I'm like, I'm not putting chemicals. Doesn't make sense to me logically.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's something. I think it's worth spending a couple extra bucks.
Yeah.
Especially if you use something to keep it so it doesn't like.
It's an investment, really.
It's an investment, really. And I mean, some people don't want to make the investment, but it's definitely something that is. You'll notice when you kind of level up all the different items you have across the board.
Yeah. And so, yeah, shower, get yourself a nice bar soap, all natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. We have everything posted down in our episode description. After the bar soap is something that you also have a good experience with. I mean, it's kind of weird to say, but a body scrubber.
Body scrubber. Oh, yeah.
Tell us your experience, brethren. I don't have it personally. I need to invest in one. You know, just doing the research with you made like my eyes open, be like, wow, I definitely do need a body scrubber. But your experience with body scrubbers compared to all the other things out there to wash your butt, like a towel, for example.
Oh my god! Okay, so just use a wet towel,
dude. I didn't know people did that. Like I figured it out while I'm looking for body scrubbers.
I've known vaguely it's a thing, but it's not really. It didn't seem that common to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But anyways, your body scrubber.
Yeah, I mean, I use like a silicone body scrubber, like an overall body scrubber.
Yeah.
The brand I use, they make like different ones for your face and whatnot, but I have the overall body scrubber. But I it's definitely good for just like, it doesn't do too much where like some people will have like a, what's it called, the fluffy
the loofah.
Loofahs, some of the loofahs are really aggressive.
Yeah.
And they kind of like are abrasive on the skin. If you like scrub too much, you kind of have to like be pretty light with it, or else you can kind of like go too crazy on your skin. But I noticed with the silicone scrubbers, you can just scrub normally, and it works in enough.
Yeah.
With removing the dead skin off your off you, but also not like drying out your skin too much.
Yeah, and I realized too the loofahs are just like disgusting. Like,
yeah, you also get, the thing is with that is it leaves like dead skin and bacteria on the loofah.
Yeah.
Versus with the silicone scrubber, you can clean it with
so easily.
Anything.
Yeah.
Super easy to clean off.
Yeah, like brethren, if you have a loofah, please throw that in the trash. Yeet that in the trash right now. Okay, not yeet. Maybe just like think about what you're actually doing. The loofahs are trapping bacteria.
A little more thought into what you're using.
Exactly. Trapping overall dead skin cells in there. And it's going to end up stinking for a while if you keep using it. And also swap out your cleaning utensils too. Like most people, they just use a loofah for like years. Like the same one.
They don't clean it or change it out.
And so honestly, a better alternative to a loofah is the rubber silicone, like you talked about.
Yep.
These ones are also very, very cheap.
Yeah, not that expensive.
Not
I think
that
we
expensive.
got a couple options. One's like $20.
Yeah.
One's $25 with the
so your set, the Man.
Yeah, it's called the Man. Yeah.
What a brand name.
Which is kind of funny. Yeah.
The Man. So the Man has the scrubber.
The scrubber itself.
And also the thing that helps it attach.
It's a kind of a hook that
Yeah.
you can mount in your shower. Yeah.
Any shower.
Yeah, which is nice because then you don't leave it on like
On the
the
ground.
ground, and it
Or like
dries easier.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, the man. If you want the man package, free advertising rather at this
Yeah.
point. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
please pay us at this point. We need to reach out to them at some point. Get our lawyers to talk with them.
Yeah.
You can buy the man set, or you can also get Manscaped rubber silicone.
Manscaped has a similar product.
They
Yeah.
have a silicone product, highly rated as well. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Any one of these options is going to work. Honestly, just anything silicone rubber that is not a loofah or a towel
Yep.
or just your bare hands. God. Anyways, moving on. So you showered, you're in the shower, cold, warm, whatever.
Yep.
You have your natural bar soap. You have your scrub-a-dubba.
You scrub up.
You scrub up, silicone. And also, a good point, silicone exfoliates as well at the same time.
It does a very good job, yeah.
Very
I've
good
noticed
job.
my skin's it gets off the dead skin, it's softer and just
It's
more
just
hydrated.
glowing like an
Because
angel.
when you combine that with with the all natural soap and the scrubber, your skin comes out very nice.
That is true. So the scrubber, the soap, and then now we're moving on to after the shower, right? You're out of the shower, hopefully you've dried yourself with a towel or a vacuum. I don't know what people usually say. But
that would be funny to see.
We need that. In 2050, please, let's have like a whole body vacuum.
Like an air drying thing you step into?
But for your whole body.
Yeah.
I feel like that exists already.
I feel like it does, but like very rich people have it.
Maybe.
That's probably about it.
We need to do some research after this episode.
I've seen it in movies.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Beside this, now you're at the part where you're going to enrich your natural skin. Give it that vitamin. All right?
Little
oomph. So I like to use lotion / moisturizers.
Yep.
You have an interesting...
I can't keep a straight face with this.
You said you don't use lotion. Or not as often.
I don't use lotion as often because of the soap I use does a good job at keeping my skin moisturized.
Okay.
Because of the ingredients in it.
The like, Dr. Squash?
Yeah, Dr.
Non-sponsored?
Squash. Non-sponsored.
Okay.
Yet. But like a lot of them, the different scents have like shea butter and a lot
coconut castaway. I'm sorry.
A lot of things that like hydrate and moisturize your skin, so I kind of get away without like using a specific lotion.
Okay.
But I do have a all natural like hand cream, but that's just because I try to I work with my hands all the time, so I want to get rid of all the cracks and calluses.
You work with your hands, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's interesting. I'm just trying to make this as uncomfortable as this could be. I use lotion every day. You will not catch me.
I could tell.
Okay, buddy. You will not catch me.
I shake this man hands and I'm like, cocoa butter?
Bro always thinks I use cocoa butter, bro. I use any butter, not butter. What am I saying? Cocoa butter is great. I use that here and there. For any of my
I knew it.
Melanin brothers out there, if you're rich in melanin. Really, I'm saying if you're black. Coconut butter is great. I use it often. Have you ever heard of a brand called Jergens?
Vaguely, yeah.
Jergens. I don't know if it's German or something, but great. 10 out of 10. I mean, again, not sponsored. Great 10 out of 10 lotion. Like, you not catch me outside without my Jergens. All right? Like, it's a cardinal sin to not put on lotion because people are going to end up playing tic-tac-toe on your ashy skin. And that's not a good look. I'm sorry. If you can do that, that's not a good look. So it keeps my body moisturized. But again, I think that's maybe just like a melanin folks thing. I don't know.
I guess it is. I didn't know much about it.
Usually when I've asked like other people that are not melanated as much as me, rich in melanin, they're just like, oh yeah, I don't use lotion here and there. Like I really don't use lotion. I did found CeraVe moisturizer. I don't know if that counts as lotion. Kinda, maybe.
Kinda. Sorta.
We did put that in the description, so if you want to use some CeraVe, you can use it. And if you're, again, richly melanated like me, you can use Jergens. Great for your skin. Never caught lacking with ashy skin. And there's also other things out there. You know, your nearest Walmart, Target, or anything, CVS even. Like, what the heck at this point? Anything has it. Like, at this point, if you could find a lotion to keep your skin nice, give it a nice oomph, you could do that. Next up, we have deodorants. Now, you use deodorants
A little bit.
here and there.
Interesting. I don't use it as much. I actually use it more now, but I don't. I've noticed up until very recently,
Yeah.
even when I'm sweating, I don't personally have that much of an odor.
Oh,
I think that has to do with
so you're just special like that.
yeah. I think it has to do with people's maybe because I'm in pretty decent shape. I don't know. I guess
Some people sweat a lot.
and diet too.
Mm.
If you eat clean and you're in decent shape, usually
You think that affects your sweat level production?
I don't think sweat level, but like odor,
Okay.
smelling. Like I yeah, nothing to do with sweating, but just having
The
like
odor.
a stank.
Okay.
I've never really stank enough where I'm like I need deodorant, but I do use it as an extra. Like if I know I'm gonna go out to the beach, I know I'm not gonna be able to like shower, or clean up for a while. I use deodorant,
Yeah.
but definitely something that doesn't have no white deodorants because they're gonna stain your clothes. You don't want to do that, and usually ones with no aluminum.
Yeah,
anything.
that's the biggest
Any
thing
of the added chemicals in it, you usually don't want.
because it messes up with your hormones again.
Yeah, it's in another hot spot of your body too.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely watch out for those aluminums. Like, that's very, very big. I don't know much about the science behind it, but I definitely know aluminum is a no bueno. And if you're looking for non-aluminum deodorant, we have Dr. Squash, not sponsored, and Old Spice. Old Spice. I use Old Spice
Yep.
every day, honestly.
Basically, it's both of our preferences. You use Old Spice, I use Dr. Squatch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, Old Spice or Dr. Squash, it
I
will
think
go.
yeah, Old Spice is pretty good. I used to use Old Spice a little bit. I
Yeah,
don't think it's like a
the
marketed
most
as
natural.
an all natural, but
Yeah.
it is somewhat natural.
It is not. Yeah, somewhat natural. I think Dr. Squash again, that top tier golden standard of natural men cleaning product or just cleaning products in
Yeah,
general.
I think they've even got into like toothpaste at this point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're kind of like expanding, but they do a lot of men's hygiene. It seems like in general.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe you should collab. Shout out Dr. Squash. But if you want any of those, it's also in the description. You can find it. Deodorant, again, for that odor in your armpits, prevents the stench, the stank.
Especially if you have a nice scent, it adds a little bit.
Exactly. And so, yeah, shower, bar soap, scrub-a-dubba, hopefully not towel, silicone scrub-a-dubba,
Yep.
your
Deodorant.
lotion / moisturizer, give your skin a nice pop, give it a vitamin oomph, deodorant, like we just said. And last but not least, I want to say this is optional, but if you're leveling up, this is not optional.
Yeah, if you want this, you should have at least one solid.
Exactly. If you want to transcend into the next echelon of men, all right, you need this.
You need one good cologne.
And exactly.
Yep.
So you have a very good cologne.
I do. Interesting story.
Yeah, tell us the backstory, brother Noah. Where did you get this cologne of yours?
So, it would be quite funny if she eventually listens to this. But spoiler, I actually got this cologne from an girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
Not an ex, just randomly gave me a cologne. Ex now, girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
I got me a cologne for my birthday. I think it was, and her family's like very into like the all natural food and everything in general. Mm-hmm. And they even thought Dr. Squatch is kind of like because it's not fully. They were very
very. Are they the type that make their own soap?
I think they got local soap. Yeah, but I was like, okay, so this is probably going to be good because this cologne has no hormone disruptors in it or anything like that. But I was like skeptical that it's going to smell good, but it actually smells really good, and I've interestingly enough continued to use it.
Do we have it here?
I think we do. Yeah, right here.
Sheesh.
It's first of all, it looks like a man's cologne. It looks clean.
Yeah.
It's blacked out. It's Dime, #1 cologne. It's just the pretty simple, clean look.
And we'll add that too, if you want.
We will add that.
Kind of pricey.
It is a little bit expensive.
Not kind of. It is expensive.
Compared to colognes, it's actually not bad
Lord.
for how much colognes go for.
Yeah, bro. Some Versace colognes.
Yeah, they're pretty. So, but it is an all natural one, and it smells pretty dang good. Because I've continued to use this, and I've got a lot of compliments about it, which is kind of funny because I never mentioned the fact. Oh yeah, this is a cologne from my ex.
Oh yeah, my ex just got me this. She was so caring. What a shame.
But yeah, cologne's an extra boost. I mean,
Yeah.
if you got all natural soap, you're cleanly, you take care of your skin, you got good skincare, all that stuff, and you add a little cologne, it's just an extra boost.
It's just, man, it just elevates your game. Like,
Yep.
honestly, I didn't used to put cologne a lot. I used to be like those bare shower, that's it. And you just go out in the world. And lotion, of course, because I can't be ashy again. But then once you, like you said, like once you add that cologne, it's just like, mamma mia, like the compliments, like
Yeah.
it just pour in, like.
I mean, that's the thing. If you let's say you look the part now and you get in shape, but you kind of smell off, it's like it doesn't make sense. It's
It
kinda
doesn't make
weird.
sense, yeah.
Like, it doesn't match who you look like.
Yeah. Get the holistic, level up where you look good.
The holy level up.
The holy level. Holy level up. Right? You look good, but you also smell good. You can't be like you're saying, like the 6'2" jack dude who's got everything on point, but then stinks when you get close.
That just makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Who are you describing right now?
I don't know.
Huh,
definitely not you. Friendly fire. No, you're not 6'2". What are you? 5'11".
I don't know. I haven't checked in a while.
We should get a measuring tape at some point.
We should check at some point.
The first video podcast we're gonna have is just like you getting measured.
Oh, great.
Be ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you subscribe for that. But
yeah, I bet they'll subscribe for that to see something. 5'11" and 3/4. But yeah, I mean, if you have a holy strong temple and you smell holy, you know what I mean? Not I don't know if that's a thing, but you know what I mean. Like,
not that godless scent.
Yeah.
It just makes you look better.
It helps in every area.
It does.
Yeah.
So yeah, quick recap: shower, bar soap,
all natural, preferably.
Silicone rubber, none of that loofah. Throw that in the trash. What else do we say?
You want something to store your soap.
Store your soap, yes.
Soap holder,
soap dish rack.
Yep.
As you described it previously. Lotion. For my melanated brothers out there, it's a must. For my non-melanated brothers out there,
still lotion. I mean,
still lotion. Moisturize your skin. Get that vitamin, whatever.
A lot of vitamins, I think. Yeah.
Is it D or C or?
I'd have to.
Vitamin
I don't use it
between
enough.
A to Z. Vitamin between A to Z, and deodorant. Very important.
Yep.
Get rid of the odors,
especially when you're working long days,
exercising, whatnot,
and
moving a lot at your work.
Cologne for an extra boost.
Extra boost. Get that little oomph.
Yep.
Yeah. And then just like that. And if you consistently have those habits or consistently implement these things, you will see great improvements, I would say.
Yeah.
In
smell
your
better,
overall...
feel cleaner.
Exactly.
Just feel a lot like almost more fresh in general.
I would say. Yeah. That's what I do. Keeps me clean. Awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Short episode today. But we hope these are some practical tips that you can just use today. ASAP Rocky. Like you can just use right now and just start leveling up.
Implementing them, yeah.
And if you find this helpful again, share this to the brethren, right? Some brethren are like lacking. All right, they need this information. Let them know, my brother, you stink. But you need to follow the Brethren Club podcast. They have it. We have it. One day, Dr. Squash, bro. We better hear a call from Dr. Squash. You're like, hey, we heard your episode a couple years ago. We think it was kind of interesting. You want to do a collab? But we're not here for the collabs, honestly. Even if we didn't have the collabs, I mean, it is what it is. What it is. I want you, the brethren, to level up. That would just be my satisfaction.
Yep.
And all the brethren, again, like a revolution of just young Christian men leveling up in every sort of aspect.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what we're here for. And so, if you find this insightful, helpful, please share it with somebody. Don't even like. All right? Don't even subscribe. Just share this with somebody, please. Right? Share the good love, and yeah, we'll continue this series of hygiene. We'll move
Yep.
on to your face next, your skincare, which a
Separate
lot
into
of
different
men
mini
think
topics.
is like skincare. Screw that. That's just for women. But
That's
it's very important.
yeah.
It's
Skincare. It's kind of gay.
that's kind of zesty.
It's zesty, yeah.
But it's very important. So important, in fact, because your face is your moneymaker. Have you seen that ad?
I have seen that ad.
Such a good ad. Oh my days. We're gonna hit skincare at the next series, but it's not gonna be again the next episode. Maybe like a couple episodes.
Spread it out, yeah.
We'll spread it out, but we hope that you get value out of all of these. That you start leveling up your hygienes ASAP, and so that continue leveling up in everything in life for the glory of God. Again,
Yep.
all this goes back to Him somehow. But anyways, thank you so much for listening. You have a blessed day. I hope everything goes your way. I mean, actually, I take that back. I hope everything goes the way God wants it to go.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Brother Noah?
Start doing this and you'll smell scrumptious.
You're delicious. But yeah, take care and have a good one. Peace.
Peace.